Hello, my lovely crafters. This is Crafty Sue 519. Welcome to my Saturday Mishmash. I have a couple little things for you today. Not a whole heck of a lot. For a change, I didn't make any cards this week. Surprise! But I've been busy working on the boys' blanket and watching the Johnny Depp trial. Oh my gosh. I have a major crush on that man. I'll tell you. I'll admit it. Have for years and years and years. Love his movies. Anyhow, watching a lot of that, and I did make something. I'll show you in a few minutes. But haul-wise, all I bought are two things that I needed. And it's boring. Plain white paper. I get my white cardstock at Joann's, and it's the Park Lane, and I like it because I like the color white it is. It's a nice bright white, and it comes in 65 pound and 110 pound, and I really like that a lot. I use the 110 pound as my card bases, and a 65 pound, which this is, for layering or whatever, like this piece. So I was running low on this, so I figured I'd pick some up while I was at Joann's, and I'll tell you why I was at Joann's in a minute. And I had a 50% coupon, so I got half off on this little pack of paper. And the only other thing that I've bought this week, it's a big one, but I had absolutely no gold foil, gold mirror, whatever you want to call it, cardstock. I had none. None. And it were things I wanted to do and didn't have any. So I got this on Amazon, and it's 60 sheets, and it's really a nice quality. Wow, I've never bought this before. Sorry for the crinkling. But it's nice and thick. You know, not too thick that you can't use a punch or anything on it, but it's not super thin like some of them come. So I'm very happy with this. It was $20, I think, for 60 sheets. I don't think that was too bad, and 60 sheets will last me probably the rest of my life. But that's that. That's all I bought this week. That's all I bought. So we were at Joann's yesterday. I picked up the boys after school, and I'm trying to make them be involved with the blankets that I'm making for them. So I had 40 squares I had completed, and I wanted them to come over after school to pick squares for their blankets. And also, after I picked them up at school, we went to Joann's so they could choose the border color that they wanted for all of the squares and around the edge of the blanket when it's finished. Well, I let them pick whatever they wanted. Oh my gosh. This is going to be interesting. Jacob picked a very nice yarn. It's a teal color. So all of his squares will be edged in this, as well as the whole circumference of the blanket. This is really nice yarn. It's called Big Twist. It's a value yarn at Joann's, and this was on sale, 4 skeins for $12. So $3 a skein. So that's not bad at all when they cost about $6 a skein. So it's about half price. So this is Jacob's color. Now you ready for this? Logan, my Logan, he cracks me up. He picked bright yellow. He's gonna have a happy little blanket. And it's so funny because I've been loving yellow lately. And when he picked this, I was so surprised. You know, when they were born, they looked identical. You could not tell them apart at all. For quite a long time, we couldn't tell them apart. And my daughter-in-law, the way she made it so everybody could distinguish which one was Jacob, which one was Logan, was to dress them in certain colors. And Jacob was always blue and Logan was always green. So everything they do, they tend to do blue or green. So when we were going to the store, I said, you know, you don't have to pick blue and green if that's not what you want. You look at all the yarns and choose something that really grabs your eye, something that you really like. Logan immediately went to bright yellow. Immediately went to bright yellow. And Jacob went to a baby blue. And I kind of discouraged him from that because I wanted them to break away from the blue-green colors. So he ended up picking that teal color, which is kind of a combination of blue and green, isn't it? But I want them to be happy. And that's what they chose. So I'm going to start trimming out all those squares I have. I'm not finished making squares yet, but we'll see. So the only thing I made this week, thank you to Sheila, Country Girl First Crafts. She did a video the other day on making flowers. And I love to make flowers. When I have nothing really on my agenda to do, I love to just sit here and make flowers. I find it relaxing and they're pretty and I use my scraps for them. So all of these were made from scrap that I had in my stash and I think they're so pretty. These are the punches I use for mine. This is the flower punch I use. And this is from EK, and I believe I got it on Amazon. And then for the centers, let me pull up one and show you. See how that center is? Kind of looks like stamens. It's actually a snowflake punch. Well, that's what it says it is, but I don't know. I don't know the company. But I punch bunch. I got this on Amazon as well. And I use that for the centers of my flowers. And then for these little bitty ones, I have this punch. And this is EK as well. Yes, it's EK. So those are the punches that I used. And I think punches are so much easier than dies. You're not cranking and cranking and cranking. Just punch, punch, punch. And you got all of these things. So I thought I'd show you my flowers. I will use 3 layers because I like them full. So I get 3 layers. And let me punch one. I'll quickly show you something here. Sorry, looking for a piece of paper. This is not exactly flower paper, but you know what? You can't really tell what the paper was originally once you make the flower. So I just punch out 3 of these, and then I take, very similar to what Sheila did, and this is what I always do. I have this foam mat that I've had for years from Stampin' Up. And then I just take one of these ball things. Actually, this is used for cake decorating, I believe. And I just like to get the flower to come up a little bit. And if you use foam mat, it really helps a lot. And then all I do is pinch the edges. And it helps to give dimension. You could score this if you like. I believe Sheila scored hers. I don't. I'm too lazy. And then your flower looks like that. Well, when you put them together, this will relax some. And even if this looks, really tight here, don't worry about it. It'll open up on its own. And then you just take 3 of them, and what I do is use these little tiny, and I don't remember where I got them. I have to try to find some more. I have these little bitty dimensionals. Look, they're really tiny. They're maybe, I don't even know if they're a 1/4 of an inch big. Really little. And I put them in between the layers. It's probably hard to see, but in there, I don't know if you can see them, but on the bottom layer I put one, then I put the second layer on, I put another dimensional, and then put the top layer. And I don't put a dimensional underneath this stamen. And all of the centers on all of these flowers, and how many did I make? 4, 8, 12, 16, 19 big ones, and 7 of the little ones. All of the centers, the gems, are from what people have sent me for my challenge. Every one of them. So I'm using what you made me. And I have some that are made with Prima paper that I had. And let's see what else. I love this one. I love how colorful this one is. And pretty. So pretty. And I send these a lot in challenges. And I was out of them, so I really needed to make some more flowers. And they're just all different colors, and some of the papers are pretty thin. This is pretty thin. The Prima paper is thicker. Look how pretty. Who would think blue and tan would look so pretty in a flower, but it does. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, anyway, that's what I played with this week. That's it. I was sitting here and looking around my room and looking at all the beautiful birthday cards I've been getting. Oh my gosh, they're just so incredible. I am so happy. So happy looking at all of these cards. And I appreciate it so much. And living here in Florida, I don't have any girlfriends or anything. You know, I don't have anybody to do anything with. All of my friends are you guys. And, you know, other than my friends back home that I don't get to see, I very seldom even talk to anymore. You know, I've been gone from Rhode Island for, it'll make 25 years in June. So, you are all my friends. And to sit and look at all of these cards that you all have made me and sent me for my birthday is just so heartwarming to me. Just so heartwarming. I can't tell you. I appreciate you all so, so much. And I promise you I never take that for granted. Ever. Ever. So, with these little teeny tiny flowers made with that little punch. This was leftover paper I had where I could punch three of the flowers and got to make some little tiny ones too. Anyway, I'm getting mushy about how I feel about you guys, but you keep me going. You keep me going. You got me through this pandemic, and you give me something to look forward to every day, whether I'm watching your videos or doing my videos and reading your comments. And y'all mean so much more to me than you know. Anyhow, before I get too mushy, I should go. I'm wishing you all a very, very, very happy weekend. I hope you do something fun. And we'll talk again soon. Love yous. Bye.